She loved how he was emotionless until her mom was in the hospital due to heart surgery and she wanted him to comfort her, but he physically couldn't cause he was so empty inside. After my succubus bloodline awakened, I made a habit of rating the CEO as just okay every single time he satisfied me. It was a guaranteed hit to his pride, right where it hurt. And like clockwork, he would grow colder, sharper, and even more determined to prove himself all over again. I glitched him into being obsessed with me for 3 straight years. That was until my family finally arranged a so-called perfect bonding match for me. Just as I was getting ready to run, a flood of comments suddenly appeared in front of my eyes. Eva, are you seriously doing this? If you run now, you'll be on the bed with him forever, poor Arnold. He was in bed this morning, happily ordering toys and incubus outfits online, completely unaware his girlfriend was about to vanish, this is hilarious. She never realized he is an incubus and he never knew she is a succubus either. They were both pretending to be human. I need to know what happens when he drags her back. I'm begging for the tail around the waist scene, run, Eva, run. I can't wait for Arnold to realize he got played and go completely unhinged. I can't even imagine how steamy the scene would be. Please stop. I don't want this anymore. I kicked Arnold right away and cried dramatically as I hid under the covers. Arnold snorted coldly and climbed back on top of me, grabbing my ankle again and sneering like he had just won something. What? Cured your fear of small things already? Before I could answer, he pinned my hips down and started another round that ended with tears everywhere. It didn't stop until the next morning. He showered and went straight to work. Before leaving, he hooked a finger around the back of my neck and said through gritted teeth, "Don't you dare run tonight." The moment I heard the door close, I climbed out of bed. My legs weren't weak anymore. My stomach wasn't growling, and my little tail had recharged. Satisfied, I licked my lips as a message from my mother in Sarenland popped up. She said she had found a match. Ever since incubi and succubi started marrying humans, purebloods had gotten rarer. My parents wanted me to carry on the full bloodline and had been searching for a proper bonding partner for me. It had been 3 years since I awakened, and they finally found one. I packed my bags and headed for the airport. Suddenly, another wall of comments appeared in front of me, Eva, are you seriously doing this? If you run now, you'll be on the bed with him forever, poor Arnold. He was in bed this morning, happily ordering toys and incubus outfits online, completely unaware his girlfriend was about to vanish, this is hilarious. She never realized he is an incubus and he never knew she is a succubus either. They were both pretending to be human. I need to know what happens when he drags her back. I'm begging for the tail around the waist scene, run, Eva, run. I can't wait for Arnold to realize he got played and go completely unhinged. I can't even imagine how steamy the scene would be. I rubbed my eyes in disbelief and the tiny text vanished again. What was that? Was I hallucinating because last night wore me out too much? I convinced myself it was nothing and pulled out my phone to keep messing with Arnold. Hey, babe, remember when you said you'd jump off a building before you'd ever fall in love with me? Same here. Relax. I won't tell anyone about the small problem you're dealing with. You might not have hit the spot, but at least you tried. Anyway, I'm really leaving this time. My flight's at 8 and I'm meeting a cute guy at noon. Don't miss me too much. Messages sent and delivered. 10 minutes later, Arnold finally replied, "You'd better pray I don't catch you." I could practically see him grinding his teeth through the screen, but whatever. I was gone anyway. My phone chimed again. A message from Arnold's secretary popped up, Ms. Day. Bad news. When you sent that text, Mr. Wright was screen sharing. The entire company saw it. He just ran out to catch you, no problem. I'm out of the country in an hour. I didn't care and bought a full body massage package instead. While I was enjoying myself with my eyes closed, I suddenly heard an announcement saying a flight had been cancelled due to bad weather. The flight number sounded familiar, so I opened my eyes. Damn it. Wasn't that my flight? I hurriedly messaged my dad and asked him to fix the weather. For a high-level incubus, that should be as easy as flicking a tail. 2 minutes later, my dad replied, saying he was too far away and couldn't interfere. Well, I was completely done for. I had been playing around my whole life, and now the universe finally decided to play me. The comments poured down again like snow. Didn't expect this, did you? Arnold is also an incubus, and he can control the weather too, If Eva hadn't sent that text, she might still have a chance. But now, it's over. Arnold is already on his way to catch her, who says this plot is bad? This is amazing. Don't you know angry hookups are even better? Eva, just give up already. Hold on to Arnold for dear life. The main heroine, Serena, can't compete with a natural-born succubus, move aside. You're all useless. You guys don't even care if Eva lives or dies. Eva, listen to me. Go to a convenience store and buy a bag of chips first. It won't help, but at least they'll be crunchy. Thank you, I guess. Outside, thunder cracked and lightning split the sky. If the comments were telling the truth, I didn't stand a chance against an incubus at Arnold's level. If I couldn't fight him, I had to run. I would hide somewhere for a couple of weeks. I was sure he would eventually run out of patience. I didn't have time to think anymore. I grabbed my luggage and bolted, but I underestimated Arnold. The moment I ran out of the terminal, dozens of bodyguards surrounded surrounded me. I immediately spotted the guy in sunglasses at the center, radiating CEO energy all over. It was Arnold. Go on, run. You're gonna miss your noon appointment with the cute guy. He was still wearing the same black suit from this morning. His collar was loose, with 2 buttons undone, and his tie was tugged to the side impatiently. His dark eyes locked onto me with something like a smile, but not really. My legs almost gave out, but I forced myself to stand and laughed awkwardly. Who's running? My goldfish had a panic attack, and I need to take it to a shrink, a comment said. What in the world? Her excuses are getting out of control. I tried to slip away, but suddenly, my feet left the ground. Arnold grabbed me by the back of my collar and threw me over his shoulder. Calm down, calm down? Might as well kill me now. I panicked and kicked wildly. Let me go! What are you doing? I'm calling for help. What am I doing? He shoved me into the car with a cold laugh, lips moving as he said the kind of words that make someone want to pass out from embarrassment. Obviously, I'm doing you, dash. Arnold took me back to his place. I never knew his house even had a basement like this. An entire wall was covered in things I didn't dare describe. Goodbye, world. That was the only thought left in my head. But Arnold only locked me onto a bed big enough to make me nervous and walked into another dark room. When he came back out, he was wearing a white shirt with armbands and gold-rimmed glasses. He looked super hot. My nose started bleeding on the spot. Unfortunately, my hands were tied and I couldn't even wipe the blood off. Arnold looked like he had expected it. He loosened his belt and asked one question after another. You'd jump off a building before you'd ever fall in love with me? Small problem? I didn't hit the spot, but I tried. Flight at 8, meeting a cute guy at noon, a wolf cut, a leather harness, and a butler outfit. Every question came with a new look, but he wouldn't let me touch. Who could handle that? I couldn't. The comments went insane. He acts calm, but I bet he's about to burst, hey, no, that's a little too graphic, I give up. Over here, it's full cosplay mode, while the main leads are still acting all innocent. At this rate, I'm shipping these horny supporting characters for real. Poof, twisted horns and a heart-tipped tail popped out at the same time. I wasn't hungry, I was craving. Arnold's mouth twitched like he was smiling, or maybe sneering. So you're also. Guess I don't have to hold back anymore. He took off the ring on his ring finger, and dark, glossy scales flickered into view. My voice was already shaking. Wait, why are you grabbing my tail like that? He didn't answer. He only pressed the tip of my tail against his collarbone. It felt cold and nice. Without meaning to, I stretched my tail closer, wanting more. Where else do you want to touch? He smiled like he was baiting me. I gulped. Can I? Arnold looked down at me and answered generously. Sure. Just call me honey. Desire punched logic into the ground in under 3 seconds. Logic lost. I choked up. Honey, please. I pointed at his abs with the tip of my tail. Arnold's lips curved as promised, and he let go. The moment my tail touched his waist, it wrapped around him 2 full loops on its own. Arnold was yanked right up to me, gazing at me with a calm, almost leisurely look. It was as if he was asking, well, isn't this way better than meeting a cute guy? Sorry, due to copyright issues I am unable to continue updating the next chapter. If you like the book. If you like this book, search 625773 on Good Novel to read this book.